got breaking news overnight. It's from the Middle East, a major escalation in the military response to attacks on ships in the Red Sea. The U.S. and the U.K. carried out a wave of airstrikes against Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen who are supporting Hamas in this war with Israel. Now, the U.S. military says more than 60 targets were hit at 16 different locations. Charlie Daggett is following all of this from Tel Aviv. Charlie, good morning. What can you tell us?
Well, good morning, Gayle. This is exactly the kind of major escalation the United States has tried to avoid. A direct confrontation with Iranian-backed militias in this region, expanding the war beyond the battlefields of Gaza and drawing the United States deeper into this conflict.
Overnight and at sea, the U.S. military scrambled tactical support aircraft and F-18 fighter jets, spearheading a bombing campaign including U.S. warships and submarines, and British Royal Air Force Typhoons, and refueling aircraft taking off from Cyprus. Cockpit footage is said to show strikes on Houthi targets in Yemen. U.S. military officials say more than 100 precision-guided munitions struck over 60 targets at 16 locations, including the capital Sana'a, command centers, missile and drone launch sites, and air defense systems. Eyewitness video on the ground shows the impact from a series of explosions that struck in the early hours. The U.S.-led strikes came in response to dozens of attacks from Iranian-backed Houthi militants on Red Sea targets since October, including the largest and most brazen earlier this week. Undeterred by repeated U.S. warnings, they would bear full consequences. That marked a turning point, and last night's retaliation may carry its own consequences for this region.
And this morning, Houthi leaders said this aggression will not go unanswered, threatening to keep on attacking those ships that are passing through the Red Sea to Israel, with President Biden saying he will not hesitate to act further if that continues. Vlad?
Charlie Daggett in Israel for us. Thank you, Charlie.